through the House. Kia ora tātou.
Honourable Tau Henare.
Me tūtei anei takomihi kia koutou i ako rangatira i ako tuakana. Rānei no reira nui atu te mihi kia koutou katoa. I tū whakaiti au I mua I a koutou I ako rangatira I oku nei tuakana. No reira tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Mr. Speaker, I was about to read the preamble until my colleague in Whanaunga, Rino, stole my thunder. Because I think it's important that that the historical context is actually read in the House. And so I thank my colleague for doing that. I wanted to start off by saying maybe we should call the what we're doing here today, I know it's called extended hours, but maybe it should be called Treaty Settlement Day, because invariably we've used the extended hours to go through treaty settlements, Mr. Speaker, and I think it's a good thing. The unfortunate thing is that there's no media in the gallery today, and I want to say, put on record that it may be okay at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to run down here and see Question Time. But quite frankly, you should all run down here and listen to what's going on in extended hours, especially when there are treaty settlements going through the House. Mr. Speaker, I also want to concur with my colleagues who have pronounced their favour for the Education Endowment Fund, the full account of Hakaraia. But I also want to say that, mention a few words that keep coming up throughout history. And they are words like scorched earth policy. It didn't just happen in the 1860s. Theft did not just happen in the 1860s. I'm glad my colleague from the Green Party talked about the individualisation of ownership of Māori land, because that there is the basis of colonisation, the basis of how to get something legally, Mr. Speaker, legally in the eyes of the settlers, legally in the eyes of the government of the day. And given that there is an issue floating around Māoridom today where 1,000 people turned up to a hui last week, I suppose it's incumbent on us to remember that for Māori, and in Māori eyes, the struggle continues on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, just to try and get back some semblance of people, their own rangatiratanga, Mr. Speaker. I do want to use the word genocide, and not to freak anybody out, but try and have a look at it from the other people's point of view, rather than what we think is genocide. We think genocide is what happened in Rwanda, what happened in Serbia, and around the world, Mr. Speaker. But when we look at it, it happened here, and look, I don't think we should today feel guilty for the sins of our fathers and mothers and forefathers and ancestors, but we have an inherent duty to make amends, and that's why I say that when we do these extended hours, mainly for treaty settlements, we should call it Treaty Settlement Day, because it is about moving forward. It is about saying sorry. It is about fronting up and offering those people that the government, and we are part of the government, the Crown, what we did, or what our ancestors did to these good people. So it's not only about Hakaraya, sir, it is about how they chased him to his death, but it's also about the power of the Crown and breaking up a people, breaking up a community, breaking up a family, a whānau, an iwi, a hapu. And when you look at that in its context of what you are breaking up, then one must consider the use of the word genocide. And I don't think it is a word that we should freak out about. I don't think it's a word that we should, because of its connotations, sweep under the carpet. You will hear throughout the day, Mr. Speaker, various stories from various iwi, but they all really have one thing in common, and that is the breakup of a society that was working quite well. I know the romantic in me, and yes, there is a romantic in me somewhere. Mr. Speaker, says, wouldn't it be lovely to go back to those days? But then the realist in me says, no, I don't want to go back to those days. But what I do want to do is to be part of a parliament that one says sorry to Waitaha, one that says we will try and make amends, two, what we offer as a settlement is a tiny, tiny little bit what you truly deserve. It is a minuscule amount of recompense to what the settler government did. And we've heard the chasing of Hakaraya, we've heard about in past stories in this house about Te Kōti, and it goes on and on and on. And I suppose, you know, when people talk about mana, in my mind, complete mana is to the people that have accepted the deal, knowing full well that it is a tiny, tiny recompense in terms of if they were compensated truly to the full worth of what went on. And so, Mr. Speaker, I look forward to travelling to Waitaha. I look forward to travelling to listen to the stories from the people's mouths and listening to why we should settle with Waitaha. Mr. Speaker, I do commend the bill to the House, and I look forward to the hospitality and the lunch that we are about to receive. Nō reira, anō te mihi, anō te aroha kia koutou katoa, ngā mōrehu o ngā aitua tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai tātou katoa.